It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Today is Films Friday. So, this week's Films Friday kill counts are the alternative kill counts. Basically, the kill counts that are either fan-based films, short film, web series, animation, comics, video games, etc. that took over during dead meat during the writer's strike as well too. Though there's some that was way before the writer's strike that wanted to add as well too the even things out. So that being said, the remaining choices from since the last one was checked out, which was the Danganronpa, the remaining choices that's left now were right now is that it was enough for me to put them in 4 pairs, and that is the 2 pairs was Don't Hug Me I'm Scared and Too Many Crooks. Mortal Kombat X was Crypt TV. Never Hide Alone 2 with Dylan and Nightmare. Put the 2 short films based off the horror franchise together. And the Silver Screen and the Guy Who Only Like Musical, 2 music-based ones as well too. So, when the landslide victory, as a lot of folks thought both were pretty popular among the one that was voted for last week as well too. The winning pair in the being Don't Hug Me I'm Scared was about 2 puppet style puppet style horror films that was web based or fan films, like web series as well too. And as of now, for a while it was a tie, but now as of now, going forward, the lowest last minute tiebreaker, the lowest is in being Silver Screen and the Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. That being said, I will post a loser poll for them too as well too. The losing vote of that will end up being sitting out for the next alternative kill count week, as I will even things out with these, along with which will then be in the winner. The one that is saved will be paired with the second place of the run-up of the winning pair. And the winning pair between was Don't Hug Me I'm Scared and Too Many Crooks. And with a landslide victory, today's kill count will be Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, as both were pretty popular, but a lot of people wanted to see Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. Well, the good news is Mortal Kombat X is saved. A lot of folks keep saying, damn, Mortal Kombat X keep taking the L. And surprisingly, Never Hide Alone 2 and Dylan's Nightmare is saved as well too. That being said, I will have the loser poll up in a minute after I do this kill count. But we're going to check a look at Don't Hug Me I'm Scared web series, which is a puppet-based web series. And this is a puppet-based. I want to shout out to one of my loyal followers for a while who used to have me react to his own little kill count as well too. My young boy himself, Logan the Polar Bear. I don't know what his name go by now as well too. He probably by now is a teenager now, but at the time he was a young 10-year-old film major as well too. You know what I'm saying? A young James Denise in the making as well too, and a young filmmaker in the making too, because you may never know, one of his films may end up being in a legit kill count soon. You may never know. It could be a web series like this or a real life film. Know what I mean, he living his dream out early, and one of these days his dream may come true very soon. So anyway, that being said, we're going to take a look at the kill count for Don't Hug Me I'm Scared web series. So without further ado, I know I talk too much so well. I like to say something. I like to get something out the way. Let's get it.
Welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite well, I don't know, man. We are in uncharted territories here with the SAG strike. But hey, we're trying new shit, which is why we're looking at Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, a British YouTube series consisting of 6 episodes, most of them released from 2014 to 16. We've covered a couple web series before, like Crypt TV's Look See and Sunny Family Cult, but those were both more or less straightforward horror stories, as weird as Look See could get sometimes. Oh, and by the way, bitch, you never caught me! In contrast, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is its own fucking thing entirely. On the surface, it's a riff on kids' TV shows where each episode has a lesson, only they all end up getting dark and weird. With that premise, it'd be easy to have le random humor. But Don't Hug Me's weirdness is inspired. and the darkness has a point. The show doesn't give explicit answers for what it's about, but you'll get the gist of it at least, and diving deeper rewards you with a solid and ultimately satisfying story. At least
And take the bridge to make something like this.
that's how I felt after watching Matt Pat's film theory videos about it. He did a great two-parter on the web series that shed light on what it means. Chelsea and I have always been fans of Don't Hug Me. We were quoting it back on our old show, Drunk Disney.
Don't touch me!
Don't touch me! It's just got so much thought and care put
he is
into it
very in
through and
shape.
through. The production design is incredible, with everything handmade and bespoke for the show. That comes courtesy of creators Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, two Brits who just won a production design BAFTA for the follow-up Don't Hug Me TV series on the BBC, which I haven't had the chance to watch yet. They met at Kingston University. Sloan was a fine arts student making big physical props, while Pelling was an animation student, alongside Baker Terry, who does most of the voice acting and who co-wrote all the episodes after the first one. Thanks to their combined expertises, Don't Hug Me has amazing practical puppet effects and various types of animation as the situation calls. Hell, it even winds up in a more traditional real-world setting. And throughout all the turns it takes, it delivers one seriously catchy song after another. The show has constant surprises, so I definitely recommend you take 33 minutes and watch the whole series before you watch this video. It's truly a work of art, a creative work of art. Let's see how many things die in it.
Straight to it.
The series begins with an episode released as Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 12 years ago, in summer 2011. We're in a prop-filled kitchen where three friends sit at a table. Red guy, yellow guy, and Duck. They're good lads. A sketchbook flips open and starts singing at them about how to live deliciously or creatively. At first, the lesson's a hard sell for these guys.
I use my hair to express myself.
That sounds pretty boring.
I use my hair to express myself.
But they keep at it, and soon they're seeing clouds of past kill counts, like Cujo, frogs, and, Scream 6, maybe? Unfortunately for Yellow Guy, the most childlike of the gang, he seems to be doing creative things all wrong.
Green is not a creative color.
It's only the first sign something's amiss. The second is when they flip into toon mode and reveal a film set behind them, ushering in a montage of madness that sees a glitter heart and the longest mullet I've ever seen on Yellow Guy, looking like Marge Simpson with her hair down. This experimental jazz-infused acid trip ends with the sketch pad all creatived out.
Now let's all agree to never be creative again.
And you know what? Fuck it. Let's put Sketchpad on the count. The rules for this one are that there are no rules. I mean, the little lady said she was donezo, then flopped back and folded. Toss her in the recycling bin. So yeah, that was the first episode. Pretty weird. We had a sketchbook, voiced by co-creator Becky Sloan, teaching that creativity can be done a right and a wrong way. Not the usual message for kids. And damn did my blood run cold when she calmly clapped back at Red Guy.
I use my hair to express myself.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
The short was made by Sloan and Pelling under their artist collective, This Is It. There's a video by them on their channel predating Don't Hug Me called Bad Things That Could Happen. It features a lot of the same kind of practical puppetry depicting dark situations with a wry sense of humor. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, retroactively called Creativity, became popular online, so they pursued their original idea of making it a series. The second episode was supported by Random Acts, a public arts fund by the UK's Channel 4. Sloan and Pelling turned down offers of more money from bigger companies so they could keep making the show exactly the way they wanted to, which is awesome. Episode 2 came out 2.5 years later in January 2014. Now the bros are in the living room, apparently on the same day, June 19th. It's a whole fucking thing. Red Guy and Duck look more or less the same, but let me tell you, time and budget were good to Yellow Guy. Speaking of time, that's what this episode's all about.
There's always time for a song.
What? Who is that?
It's Tony the Talking Clock, voiced by Baker Terry, who also voices Duck and Yellow Guy, as well as a whole bunch of other characters who will talk and sing songs at us. Tony starts singing about time, and the lyrics quickly hint towards its decomposing qualities.
Scrub, scrub, scrub till the water's brown.
The seriousness of time's never-ending march moves Tony so much, he starts singing like a South Park character.
Let's go on a journey through all time.
He gives him a history lesson with a strange fixation on cobbles, and then things head out to the woods to get weirder. Tony starts being even meaner than that sketch pad, and we meet Yellow Guy's creepy-ass dad named Roy. Aw, wanna dip his little nose in some ranch and eat it up. Except, never mind. Not sure. Tony would rather talk about fishes and his stupid face than let Duck try to figure out the true nature of time.
Maybe time's just a construct of human perception, an illusion created by...
Aw, You broke
The
Yellow
alarm.
Guy. Damn it, Tony. Actually, he really broke him. He makes him and his friends age like they were put in a temporal microwave. It's honestly disturbing.
Make it stop! It's out of my hands, I'm only a clock. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. But eventually everyone runs out of time.
Hell of a kids TV show these guys are running. When this second video also proved successful, a Kickstarter was launched to make a full series with a goal of raising about 100,000 quid.
Nice.
The campaign promised a show that would answer life's questions like, where do dogs live? And why is this pillowcase full of ham? I like that Sloan and Pelling lend their sense of humor to so much of what they do. To support the Kickstarter, they released 2 terrifying analog horror ransom videos.
If you're watching this, then we need your help.
Then on the
Lord.
Kickstarter's behind the scenes featurette, they included repetitive use of crafting B-roll that eventually gets painful, and more inaccurate descriptions of the show.
Don't Run Me I'm Scared is about 3 best friends who go on an adventure to find a magic pirate ship and save the day.
It even had sketches of and voice recording sessions for completely non-existent characters. I love it. The Kickstarter succeeded, and episode 3 was released 8 months later in October of 2014. The guys are in the great outdoors, and also possibly missing according to that sign. Maybe they're just trying to get away from all the weirdos in their house and enjoy this delicious chicken picnic. Duck's a little protective of that chicknick.
Pesky bee.
And sure, we'll add a cartoon butterfly to the kill count. What the hell not? Yellow Guy's an empath, so he runs crying up a tree. He's found by Shrignold, another pesky bee.
A little baby pigeon.
Okay, I have some questions. Too late to ask him though, because this butterfly's already singing about love, the topic of episode 3. It's a nice, peaceful song that feels less menacing than the first 2. But don't worry, it'll get there soon enough, after things get animated in a psychedelic Summer of Love style. Yellow Guy learns about love from Shrignold and all his friends, including Cloudy. They love everything about Yellow Guy. His look, his voice, his touch.
Harder.
Yellow Guy's eager to love, but eventually gets a bit too Brick Tamlin about it.
I love this tree, and I love this stick, and I love this
No, that's not how it's done.
They tell her, the yeller feller, that he needs somebody to love, find, and it won't be his friends, since they're too busy eating bloody eggs and raw chicken that had flies on it. The talk of Yellow Guy's special one starts sounding religious and then outright culty when they reveal their idol Malcolm, the king of love. And they're gonna feed Malcolm the Yellow Guy? Oh, no, just gravel? Oh, well, that's not bad. The king's cult does involve a name change and some brain scrubbing though, so even with the promise of a special one, it's all too much for Yellow Guy. He snaps out of it and is found by his friends, who do love him after all.
We've brought you the last boiled egg to cheer you up.
But then history repeats itself when the egg hatches and Duck swats that larva to death.
Pesky bee.
This episode's credits feature King Malcolm getting the full Wicker Man treatment. No doubt the creators thought of that classic British horror film when they were writing this episode featuring a cult. Episode 4, which has always been my favorite, was released after a 5-month gap in spring of 2015. The boys are in what looks to be a game room, with lots of fun things to distract them from looking at that picture of Yellow Guy and his dad. Their game asks them a real brain buster, but instead of learning the answer from a globe, the analog world gets invaded by a computer. Stop all the downloading. This clever computer boy can tell them everything, except what they want to know. It knows all about numbers and oats, especially oats. Must have a fiber connection. This computer won't stand for younger models either. It's here to steamroll these consumers with a bunch of personal questions. And don't you dare try to interrupt.
Shut up!
Don't touch me.
Turns out touching that board's the key to an existential meltdown, Red Guy. The characters glitch into the computer's digital home, a sometimes nauseating place.
Wow. Because of the computer.
The PC assures them they're still real, they're just controlling digital avatars. Good luck teaching them VR one day. Though they initially came here seeking specific knowledge, the guys are told that they can only do 3 things in this digital world. Look at various infographics, dress up in digital style, or go out digital dancing, which hey, it is fun. Still, 3 content streams doesn't seem like good business, especially when one of them runs out of content right away.
Wow, look, nothing.
The doom scrolling becomes too much for real-world Red Guy, who tries to Control-Alt-Delete his way out of there, all while Roy creepily watches from the corner. What the fuck, Roy? Since when is this hereditary? Red Guy follows a cord coming out the back of the computer, and it leads him into a room that gives me nightmares. It's a lo-fi version of their show, and that puppeteer was not expecting him. It's enough to blow Red Guy's mind, which I'll count as a kill. I mean, the guy's head blew up. I gotta count it. Besides, counting him makes sense when the next episode starts and he's not there. Episode 5 came out after another 6 months in October of 2015. Duck and Yellow Guy are in their kitchen again, but it's way bigger bigger and more stocked than it was in episode 1. Yellow Guy notices too.
Something's different.
Then again, he might just be talking about Red Guy's absence, which Duck notes as well when a picture on their fridge changes. That can't be good. Before they can ponder where their Tres Amigo is, their kitchen items break into an unsophisticated song.
Do 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 do. Lots of people get hungry.
Who's that on drums? Is that a bread boy?
I'm a bread boy.
Ha, thought so. The can, the bread, and this big-ass steak mofo start jabbing forks at him and singing the praises of healthy foods. Well, healthy foods when they're Roy's brand. It's really hard to pick a favorite song in the series. I think my number 1 is still Computer, but let me tell you, this one's been sneaking up on me.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 it healthy.
I especially like the funky keyboard that gets real low.
What's that? A tasty snack. You don't want to go and eat a snack like that.
And the steak and spinach can have my favorite voices from Terry and Sloan. The song and dance gets interrupted by a red phone ringing, and it ain't Khrushchev calling about the bomb. Duck answers it and starts waking up like he were in a Philip K. Duck story.
Something's wrong.
It makes him uninterested in the menacing foods, with their clumsy metaphors and their springy food or regular tetradecagon. The song takes it to the fridge, and it's enough to make Duck snap. He knocks over the camera and tries to escape the show, only to wind up captured and learning that the show must go on. The kitchen objects tell Yellow Guy to eschew the pie and white sauce, try this canned food. He won't know that it's his friend Duck being torn apart and eaten by a giant can. Duck's been canned from the show and canned as food. Should that be in the microwave? When this latest song ends, it looks like Yellow Guy's been forced to eat Duck. Holy shit. Before the episode ends, the phone rings again, and the credits suggest it's the Red Guy calling his friends from his freedom outside of the show's studio. The grand finale took 8 months to arrive, dropping in 2016 on, naturally, June 19th. By now, Yellow Guy's all alone, crying about his friends.
Good night, guys. I miss you.
Wow, that is sad. He tries to sleep the sadness away, but his desk lamp won't let him be. It wants to sing about dreams, beginning the final nightmare for Yellow Guy. It's the worst song, intentionally, with Yellow Guy wailing while crude animation plays.
You could have a dream about riding.
It looks like Bert right there in
Yellow
these
Guy
animations.
can't escape it, not even after he wakes up. As the lamp taunts him, he drowns in oil in his bed, and I'll add him to our weird-ass kill count.
Damn, he low-key got the, Joey from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 treatment. Well, he happened on Nightmare on Elm Street 4, but Joey from Nightmare on Elm Street treatment. Damn.
For that, the series shifts into widescreen with the real world. We're at work with the Red Guy, whose monotonous speech is revealed to be a staple of Red Guys everywhere.
Can you file these files, please?
In fact, Red Guy seems to be the most creative one of the bunch.
I am a file, and you put documents in me, and a file.
Red Guy's memorable monotone comes from co-creator Joe Pelling, who also voiced the clever smart computery guy. Red Guy's peers poo-poo his silly Billy thoughts without a ballyhoo among them. And when he tackles an open mic night with a rendition of the first episode's creative song, they damn near start a riot.
I don't like it. Really not good.
The only one who doesn't boo him is Roy, sitting in the back. That's when Red Guy starts seeing himself in a creative world again. Or actually, for the first time, if you agree with Matt Pat's theory that this real world stuff is the start of things chronologically. The theory goes that Red Guy was someone who wanted to do something creative, only to be told no by everyone around him. Roy saw this and agreed to fund a kids' TV show for Red Guy, as long as his son could be a part of it. But gradually, Roy let commercial interests take over, until Red Guy left the show out of frustration and the whole thing fell apart. I know it's just a theory, a film theory, but it's a solid one. I recommend Matt Pat's videos to hear the whole thing.
Nice.
Right now, Red Guy's confronting the bastardized version of his dream TV show. He tries to save Yellow Guy, only to take him down a path of traumatic memories.
You made me die.
Not quite, Yellow Guy. I didn't count you in the time episode. After a cavalcade of the series' sinister antagonists, new faces jump in and out, and the place starts sounding like TMBG's fingertips.
I'm a magnet, and I'm friends with Matt by attraction, and it's my best friend!
Dig a hole at the bottom of
Both of those voices were cameos. While Sloan, Pelling, and Terry did most of the voices throughout the series, the Magnet is voiced by Thomas Ridgewell, aka YouTuber Tom Ska, whose kill won the Golden Chainsaw in the Dude Bro Party Massacre kill count, although we failed to point him out. Sorry guy, Tom Ska donated 5,000 pounds to the Don't Hug Me Kickstarter, which earned him an EP credit in episodes 3 through 6, and a voice cameo here. Meanwhile, the Shovel is voiced by Kellen Goff, a prolific voice actor who's been in several Five Nights at Freddy's projects. As Red Guy tries to fix things, a long arm extends from the shadows to place upon his shoulder. But sorry dude, it's not your friend the Yellow Guy, it's Roy, and No one wants Roy's hand on their shoulder. The guy does his old trick of following the cord, and after wondering what will happen when he pulls the giant plug, he fucks around and finds out. It creates a brand new day, literally, with palette-swapped versions of the 3 main characters.
Wow.
They're actually their favorite colors now, as they mentioned in the first episode. Yellow guy even gets to be green. Hopefully this new sketchpad will be nicer to them as the series starts anew. How many rule-breaking kills did I count in this episode? Let's find out and get do-do-do-do to the...
This was an interesting kill count for sure. So I'll definitely thank y'all for recommending this for me though. This definitely was interesting and cute.
The numbers.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What now? Get a phone, James.
Hello?
Oh,
my
no.
God, what happened to me?
Hey, James, I actually had a quick question, and oh, you're a puppet.
Dude, I know. Wait, does that make me felt meat?
Ew, gross. No. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was actually working on a new kill count.
I didn't authorize that.
Hey, look, shut up. I'm still confused as to sometimes what kills count and what kills don't count.
Oh, well, I can help you with that.
Great.
With a song.
God damn it.
There are rules you need to know when you want to count kills up.
Yes, what rules must I know?
I'll tell you if you'd shut the fuck up. Rules that concerns animals. Like if you should count Bambi's mommy.
Yes, her death made my heart sad.
Too bad, cause she wasn't human-y. We only count humanoids, not animals or creatures.
But didn't you count Bruce the Shark?
That was mostly a joke, not standard procedure.
But wait, Puppet James, didn't you just count a butterfly a few minutes ago in this very episode?
Yep.
Well, doesn't that break your own rules?
These rules are for regular episodes. This one is fucking weird! Rule 2 deals with infections, viruses, and becoming zombies.
Oh yeah, we count them twice, right?
Only if we saw them die previously, which brings us to rule number 3.
I gotta pee.
We don't count unseen backstory deaths. It's gotta be characters we know.
Get out of here!
From a flashback or someone we already met. When there's a whole room of kills that make you scream,
oh my gosh!
The simplest way to count them is to put that work all on Josh.
Oh, come on. Even in the song?
One last rule for now.
Thank God.
And this one's very important to me. No skin, no soul, no service. Never ever count a bastard skelly. Bastard skellies. Bastard skellies. Bastard skellies. Ends the kill count and rules. But don't feel too encumbered. Just make sure you always finish by saying, let's get to the numbers. Whew, that one was a doozy. I counted 6 kills in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Although, maybe I should have counted the aging kills in time, too? Oh, well, whatever. This thing is all messed up. I'm not even sure what to do about a pie chart.
Right.
Oh yeah, I guess that works. Colors are fun. With 6 episodes across the web series, that left us with an average of 1 kill per
This is gonna be interesting.
Easy. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Duck. That giant can runs amok with his guts, which probably couldn't have smelled too good on set. Dull machete for lamest kill will go to the sketchbook, who bullied Yellow Guy so hard it died of exhaustion. And that's it. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is an incredible web series that released its last episode in 2016. Thankfully, the creators would get to continue the series with a BBC show consisting of another 6 episodes. If this kill count does well, maybe I'll look at that too. But until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Hey, thanks a lot for watching the Kill Count for Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. We are officially in the weird era of kill counts. Who made this wonderful puppet, Zoran?
Of course it would be my good friend Gina DeVivo, who makes all the
one of
things
this
for any
was
my
the
kill counts,
first
and now
of
she's made this amazing puppet there.
the SAG Award
Thank
kill
you,
count.
Gina, and big thanks to Fiona,
kill
our
counts.
executive assistant, for the decoration on set. Did you notice that Billy was turned into Red Guy?
Oh, wow.
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, I was wondering if this the first or I think Hostel was. No. I think Hostel was the first. No, this was the first web series. Yeah, because right after this Kill Count gets worse. So it was the first one. Then Mortal Kombat the game, the Mortal Kombat 2011 game was it. So yeah, this was the first of the web series one. So yeah, so y'all was good for this one. So other than that, let me keep going.
Every day you go fishing with your mates, but now there's fish everywhere.
Hopefully you liked this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun filming it too, and
Yeah.
puppeteering.
Speaking of plushes, you can get this Lucy plush at deadmeatstore.com. That's right. We live in a fucking felt world now, don't we? There's also other new merch available on the store.
Alright, cool. So yeah, it was they did a video before this, and probably the same time they did it with Kill Cows Gets Weird, and they talked about this. So this was the first of it as well too, because but Hostile, I think Hostile was the very first one that the first one since they talked about the writer strike is what the writer strike. So yeah, but other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Next week will be, I'm debating it's gonna be poll week or leave that for a free week for either to do either the collection or Hostile 3 to cap that off as well too, to cap both either one of these series off as well too. I will debate on it as well too. I low-key did want to do a bonus one, but we'll see if I have time. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.